Do you want your online Shopify store to rank high on Google so your next customer can find your product? And do you want to speed that up with AI? I know you do. Then this is the perfect video for you. Let's get into it. Amazing. So, AI SEO for Shopify. Do you want your online store to rank high? I'll teach you it right now and we'll speed it up with AI. So, if you want to rank number 1 on Google for your next customer, they basically will type in a keyword like whatever they're trying to find. Maybe it's hyperbolic chambers for sale. Your next customer searches this and then it finds you here, aka all organically. So that's what our aim is. That's what we want for your Shopify store. Cool. So why do you need SEO for your Shopify store? Because you're not going to take it seriously unless you actually know the benefits. So free traffic machine SEO brings customers to your store without paying for each click, right? So it's ongoing strategy while you sleep. SEO will do its thing, rank you high in search results, and people will be finding you constantly. It also builds you as a trust and credible resource, right? If you're a weird store ranking like on the 3rd page of Google and your content is not well optimized, then no one's going to trust your product and no one's going to know that it's the best one. Every single time a website ranks number 1 on Google, everyone trusts it. So people trust Google. Ranking high makes your store look legit. And then as well as I said, more sales, because who doesn't want more money? So it's a 24/7 sales funnel. SEO works around the clock while you sleep. Your customers will still find out about your product. So essentially, SEO takes you from a weird store online selling illegitimate products to a well-known brand online selling awesome products. Cool. Who doesn't want that? Okay, so the tech stack needed is only 2 tools. So the first one is a keyword research tool. So I personally like Ahrefs. That's the one I use. I'm going to also teach Google Keyword Planner because it's free. And then besides Ahrefs, the competitor is SEMrush, but I like Ahrefs better. And then you just need an AI tool. I like Claude AI. I pay for the $20 plan, but you can also get ChatGPT, same thing. Cool. So essentially there's 4 foundations for SEO Shopify. So the first is you need to optimize all your titles. The second is description. And the third is search engine listing. And then the fourth is images and alt text. So let's dive into each of those. And really quickly, pro tip. What I want you to do right now is pull up your AI tool. I don't care if it's Claude, ChatGPT, Google Gemini, it doesn't matter to me. So just pull that up and then open up a new chat. And just a really cool pro tip that I always do is prompt it, pretend you are an SEO Shopify expert, okay? And just ask it. So that's what I did here. You can see here, that's what I did. And say, okay, do you understand? So it's the very first thing I always do with anything. And you do this with whatever you are doing. Pretend you're an expert copywriter, pretend you are an expert cooker, right? A chef, I don't know. So always prompt it like that so it understands what the setup is. And before we get into the cool stuff, the first thing that I will say is we need to do some keyword research. So I like this gift because it's me doing keyword research. Some people think it's so complicated, but I promise it's easy. We can dive into it together. So I get this question all the time is like, what the heck is keyword research? Should I even do it? And don't worry, I'm going to break it down to 3 simple steps that will help you. So the first step is going to be keyword clustering. So essentially when customers are coming on, your next customers are coming on to Google, they're typing in, maybe you sell water bottles, they're going to type in like water bottles or reusable water bottles if they're looking for that. Like let's say you're a reusable water bottle store, so they're probably going to look for that. And that's your primary keyword, and we want you ranking for that keyword. So these are keywords we would love to rank for as the highest volume and most relevant. But we also need secondary keywords. So you can rank for more than one keyword for any sort of product page. So the secondary keywords that maybe we would do is eco-friendly water bottles or BA-free water bottles. Again, these are just like other terms that also go with your product. And these are keywords that you think people will also search for, but low keyword difficulty. So you can do this with maybe like natural soap. You can also do this with maybe sell couches. You can do couch for the living room couch, right? So there's always secondary keywords to any sort of keyword. But if you're not sure, then just prompt ChatGPT. So again, we can say something like, we are a Shopify store selling reusable water bottles. What should my secondary keywords be? You can see here it has eco-friendly water bottles and BA-free water bottles, and that is where I got these secondary keywords. but we need to make sure that they have search volume. So now we're going to validate it with a keyword research tool. If you're an expert, use Ahrefs, but if you're just getting started, feel free to use Google Keyword Planner. It's free. So I'll show you both really quickly. So all you're going to want to do is go to Ahrefs, and then, I'm not sure why that's there. I'm just going to go to keyword research, put in reusable water bottles. Okay, you can see I'm typing that in, and then we can see here, I'm just gonna pull it up. So you can see here it is more than 5,000 monthly keyword searches, but it has a pretty good keyword difficulty. So that's why we want to go for the other keywords. So eco-friendly, so we can also see, go here and go to eco-friendly water bottles, comma, and I'm just going to put in what the other one is, BA free water bottles, and see. We're just looking to see if those have search volumes, if those make sense, and I'll show you how to do this. So yep, both of them have search volumes. You can see this one is even, actually it's a great keyword. This is low keyword difficulty and has really good volume, almost 2K searches, so that's awesome. The other way I'm going to show you is quickly using Google Keyword Planner. So you just go to Google's Keyword Planner and then go to Discover New Keywords and just type in like reusable. I'm going to type them all in. Reusable water bottles. And I'm just going to start with that. Let's see, because maybe there's other secondary keywords that we can also look at. So let's see. I'm just going to pull this up. Bear with me because my computer is being a bit annoying today. So you can see here, and I know it might be a little bit hard to see, reusable water bottles has a really great amount of searches. Metal water bottles, maybe some metal water bottles, and it's great. Sustainable water bottles, that's awesome. That's another good secondary keyword. Fillable water bottles, small, okay. I'm going to go ahead and I want to just do sustainable water bottles. I'm going to verify that in Ahrefs. I like using the two tools in tandem, and I don't know what that is. Okay, let's see. I want to know the search volume. Okay, so this is a good amount of search volume. This one had a lot more than the eco-friendly water bottle, so I'm actually going to use that secondary keyword over eco-friendly. So then the third step after this is you want to put it in a simple Google Sheet, which I have for you guys here. So I like to put everything in a simple Google Sheet. I typically like to do like a keyword bank, and I'll put in all the keywords that I found in. So reusable water bottles. This is going to be a primary because it had the most search volume. And I like to just go ahead and take everything. So, sustainable, secondary, we found eco-friendly water bottles. This is also going to be secondary, and I can always, go back to this, which is nice. Free water. Cool, and you just want to type in everything here in secondary, and then you want to put the keyword difficulties. That's what KD is. So for instance, sustainable water bottles is a 9 and then has 400 monthly traffic. So you get the idea. So just as you were looking at everything, I like to fill out everything on the keyword difficulties and all the monthly search volumes, so I know I keep track of everything. And then next thing that I do is, okay, cool. So that is my keyword research. Now, the next thing that we're going to do is start filling out our content essentially. So the first thing that I'm going to do is create a collections page. So when we're in Shopify, and I'm just going to pull up a test. So you want to create a collection. The collections SEO is very similar to anything else. But let's say, again, we're selling reusable water bottles. So then our title for this, I'm going to go to, I like to put everything into, at least put everything in Google Sheets. So let's say our category 1 is going to be reusable water bottles. Cool. So then that's that. This will be our collection, reusable water bottles. And I'll go through each of these, but the first thing I'm going to say is that's our primary keyword. And then as we already noted, these are going to be our secondary keywords. So at least 2 secondary keywords. So I just note those down, grab that. And I think we said this one had a bit more search volume, so I'm going to use that. And then we can even add a third one if we want to. So sustainable, or I'm sorry, that was going to be eco-friendly. Cool. Awesome. So, okay, cool. So now we have this, and this is where I'm going to start building. So this is our collections page. So the title we want to be is whatever our primary keyword is, which is reusable water bottles. So that's going to be our title. And then, so you want to pick here, so title equals primary keyword. Then the next thing is description. And again, we can just prompt AI for this. So let's go ahead. I have a prompt for you guys here. So copy that and then put it into here. So we're going to say, pretend you are an SEO Shopify expert, an expert copywriter, and create a compelling 400 word, right? Because the meta description is always 400 words. And then whatever, if you're doing collection or product, but in this case, we're doing collection, reusable water bottles, description for Shopify's. And then we can go ahead and put it in again. So reusable water bottles. So I have an AI prompt for you that will tell you exactly, that will prompt the AI for the description. And basically for the description, you want it to be about 400 words. It has to include the primary keyword, and the paragraphs and you should have paragraphs for each of the secondary keywords. So I'm just going to go ahead and prompt AI. So basically my prompt says, pretend you are an SEO Shopify expert, an expert copywriter, create a compelling 400 word. This is going to be 400 word collection description for Shopify store collection page for the primary keyword. So insert your primary keyword here, which is going to be reusable water bottles, and include secondary keywords like we found here, which are going to be sustainable water bottles. I'll copy and paste that, comma, BA-free water bottles. Cool. And the last one, which is eco-friendly water bottles. Amazing. So now we have all 3 keywords. You can do 2 keywords. It just depends. It doesn't necessarily matter. I usually stick to just 2, but just for this purposes, we'll do 3. So amazing. So all you want to do is prompt, and then we wait for it to write us compelling meta description. Beautiful. Okay. Awesome. So this is good. Again, you want to edit this, add a human touch, and you also want to check, because AI is not good at knowing word count for some reason. I just cannot get it to prompt the correct word count. So I like to just pull up, this is like my checklist that I use always for all of my Shopify content. So let's say our topic is reusable water bottles. This is going to be a collection page. And then our primary keyword is reusable water bottles. The secondary ones are BA-free water bottles, etc. So the title, as we already said, is going to be whatever the primary keyword is. So this is reusable water bottles. And then we just want to go ahead and paste the description here. So this is where I like to edit the description. I'll also copy it and see if it is 400. Yep. See, it went over 400 pages, which I kind of don't like. And I also don't necessarily need these headings. We can definitely put the headings in. I don't mind joining them. I don't mind the rest of those headings, but that's okay. So then you just want to edit it. You want to put the headings that you want in. And again, this does show up on the actual website. So you want to make sure that you're really taking the time to write it out as much as possible. Put in the headings that you would like to. This is a heading 2, which you want. You just want to see what it looks like. But other than that, this looks good to me. Down here is going to be the most important part. So now we're going into foundation 3, which is the SEO engine listing. So you can see this is what the SEO listing looks like. And here's an example. So I have hyperbar chamber as an example. And basically you want to go ahead and put the page title. So if we come back here to the search engine listing, we can see that there's page title, which is different from this title up here, and then the description, which is way different than the description up there as well. And the page title, if you can notice here, because I did an example already, you have hyperbolic chambers. Let's say that's your collection. That's what you're selling. For your page title, you wanted to make your next customer want to click. So for example, a bad title is hyperbolic chambers, but a good one is hyperbolic chamber for sale, buy online now, right? So someone will click that because they'll know it's for sale and they know that they can buy it online right then and there. So for example, we do reusable water bottles, buy reusable water bottles in stock, maybe ready to ship, right? If someone wants it right now, they'll know, okay, cool, I clicked that and I will be able to buy a reusable water bottle, right? So, okay, that's done then. So the page title is just something to get your customer to click. This always does. It always generates the description up top, but you just want to delete that. That's not necessary, but we do need to create some sort of description. So I have an AI prompt for you guys as well, here. So if you just take this, which says write a 150 character meta description for, and then whether it's a collection or product page. And I like to piggyback off whatever I did for the description above. So I like to say for the collection page, and then you can say above. So that's my pro tip, is just keep everything in the same chat in AI. You have your description above, and then I'm just going to go ahead and prompt it like that. Cool. And let's see what it said. So discover. So again, I like to always, okay, I can copy this, put it in my editor. I'm going to nice Google Doc, and then I go ahead and I like to edit in here. And also you always want to double check the word count. So I'll go and see the word count. You can see here, this is 169, but you always want to keep it below 150 characters. So I'm going to go ahead and edit this. So discover, I hate discover, it always uses discover. So so you can say, and I'm not sure what to say here. I'm kind of having writer's block. So what I'm going to do is just go ahead and prompt AI again, right? We just go back and forth with AI. So make this more natural sounding and decrease the reading level a bit. I always prompt AI constantly going back and forth just because it never gives me what I want at first. I don't like this one either. Sometimes when I say decrease the reading level, it does it way too low. That's okay. So I'm going to say get our eco-friendly BA reusable water bottles that last. Stay hydrated sustainably with stylish, durable options for every lifestyle. Drink up and help the planet. I like that. So I'm just going to blend the two, right? So I think they both serve like an amazing purpose, and I just like this better. So I put my touches, I get two different prompts, and then I gotta go ahead and combine the two. Let's check the word count one more time, just make sure. And it's a little bit much now. Get our water bottles. Say discover. And delete that. Okay, so you just want to keep playing around with it and make it the best that you possibly can. Again, you do want to keep it like around 150. Here it says like you can have like 320. So anything kind of in that range is fine. But I will say that it's better just to have it to be around 150 at least. Okay, cool. And then the last thing that I want to discuss here as well is the URL. So the URL is always and I have it here, so it's just always the main keyword. So you want to keep the URL slug as short as possible. So you go ahead and put the main keyword, and of course it's already the main keyword, which is awesome. So this is all good. The last thing that we're going to do is images. So featured images plus alt text are a huge part of SEO as well. And basically, you want to make sure, because I have some tips here for on-page SEO. So images, yes, they're SEO, but they also matter in terms of site speed. So you want to make sure all product images, right, even your collections featured image should be a PNG, a JPEG file. And you want to make sure that it is square, actually. So this is for your featured images, not on your homepage. For homepage, etc. So like any landing pages. But then for your collection pages or your product pages, you want it to be square. So those pixels, JPEG, you want it less than 1 megabyte. And this is for product and collection pages. The only time you want to use PNG files is when you have a transparent background like logos. And you always want to make sure that you're compressing in some sort of way. So you always want to go ahead and make sure, I like this site. So it's a free compression tool specifically for Shopify. So Logic is a free, just type in like free SEO Shopify compression tool, and you just upload your images and they will be compressed for you. And then you want to upload into Shopify. Or I like to create all my images in Canva, and if you're on the premium plan, you can just compress a file to lower quality there. And that's going to be really important. You always want to make sure you do that. And there's a misconception that they're going to lose a lot of quality, and the better quality, the better. But honestly, your site speed matters so much more, and you can't even tell the difference between the qualities. So how you get your images, I like a mix of using Canva and like doing my personal touches, and then also doing the Canva AI image generator. So I'll show you here. And you can see here that this is, where can I show you the size? So this is the 10 by 80 for the size of it. And then all I'm going to go and do is go ahead and go to Elements. And you can see here AI image generator, and then I'll just prompt it. So let's say I don't have obviously you can have your own products there, but let's just say this is just a featured image. It's not necessarily your products, but obviously you want to take your own images. I think that's so much better. But let's say we're just like a new store. We don't have any images, so we can go ahead and do this, reusable water bottles. And then we can get some images kind of in here just for example. Again, take your own product images, right? Have them on your site, but this is actually really good. So this is beautiful. This is cool. Let's say this is what my product looks like. This is pretty good. Then if you have your own product, just upload your image here, and then you can have in Canva, you can put like any touches that you need to, and then go ahead and download it. Go to JPEG. I like to keep it at that. Cool. Awesome. And you kind of take this down to maybe like 60, and that's medium file size. Okay, cool, awesome, download. Oh, the other thing I want to mention, which is going to be really important, is your image file name. So what I would do here is reusable water bottles, right? Just have it as your primary keyword, but obviously you don't want to always have it as your primary keyword. If you had multiple images, then you can go ahead and say top view, side view, or however angle you take the picture as. But this is just a featured image for my collection page, so I'm just going to keep it as my primary keyword. Okay, let's try that one more time. Download. All those settings stay the same, and you can now see it is reusable water bottle, my primary keyword, and that is good. Cool. So then I come here to add image, and I go to right here. Okay. Reusable water bottle, but that's not done. We need alt text. Okay, so go to edit alt text. So we need to put alt text in here. And if you're not sure, I would just prompt AI, like I am creating my alt text for my featured image for my collection page on Shopify. Reusable water bottles. I'm sure I can write this better, but you get the gist of it. What should the alt text be? Cool. Colorful, reusable water bottle made from eco-friendly materials, displayed in a group. Awesome. Perfect. That's perfect. And the only thing that I would say here, so these are colorful. Okay, cool. Just I want to double check. Reusable water bottles. You can see how that primary keyword is used in here. So you do want the primary keyword in your alt text, but you can see that it's so natural sounding. Colorful, reusable water bottles made from eco-friendly material displayed in a group. See that? Like that is so perfect. Like that actually, AI did a beautiful job with that. So I'm just going to save that, and that is done. So that's how you do your collection page. It looks beautiful, it is saved, and it looks great. So what I will say is that your product pages now are the same thing, the exact same thing. So this is a test site. I don't have any products currently because this is go to product. So when you add your product in, and then, okay. So when you add your product in, it is all the same. The only thing that I will say is really make sure that you're choosing your category that makes the most sense. Fill out all your details for product organization as best as possible, right? So this is part of the collection. So have everything like flowing together. Don't have multiple collections. If I have, maybe this is my pink reusable water bottle, right? This is the pink color. Cool. And then that's under reusable water bottles. And then it automatically puts it under food and beverage carriers. So that did a really good job. Just make sure, double check that. Other than that, you're going to have to fill out the description the same exact way. The only thing that I will say, it's going to be a little different, right? Because you want some of the specs in here. So it's made from aluminum, etc. Just use the same prompts and just make sure that you're telling AI exactly what it is, that it's a product page now, and you're definitely going to have to put a lot of human touches to it because obviously you know your product the best. And then when you upload media, each and every single one of your images should have alt text, should have different alt text. Like I said before, you're going to have multiple product images probably. Let's say you take a photo of the water bottle from a side view to show it. Say that. So pink reusable water bottle side view. And then you take, a picture of the bottom of it. So say that pink reusable water bottle bottom view. So just put that as your alt text in the things and make it more descriptive, right? Use what the prompt that AI just gave me, because honestly, that's really good. It gave us a really great thing. And then you fill out the page title the same way, meta description. And now the handle should just be whatever the product name is. And then that's it. Then that will be your product and collection pages, and they're going to be well optimized. What I will say is I have a bonus for you because you need to, and a lot of people overlook this on their Shopify store, you should be putting up amazing content on Shopify weekly, if not daily. So I'm going to save that. And where you can find that is when you go to online store, you go to blog posts, and then you want to create a blog post. And this is very similar. So for blog posts, you follow the same steps, right? You have your title and then your content, but then you edit it and you have the page title, the description, and whatever the handle will be. So this, for instance, blog posts are not necessarily product pages, right? Product pages are bottom of the funnel content, but the top of the funnel content is blog posts. So top of the funnel, let's say it's going to be, and you want to go off of, like it's like a big funnel, right? So you want to go up. So you create your product pages. These are going to be reusable water bottles, right? That's the bottom of the funnel content. And then you go up a level. So middle of the funnel content is maybe the reusable water bottles or the eco-friendly water bottles versus disposable bottles. And then you go up even more, 5 ways to reduce your plastic footprint. So you see how that does not talk about reusable water bottles, but obviously when I write the content, my first step is going to be buy a reusable water bottle, right? If I think that's the case. If you're not sure of what blog post ideas should be, then you just go ahead, you can use this prompt, give me blog post ideas that are top of the funnel, middle funnel, content ideas for eco-friendly reusable water bottles or reusable water bottles for my Shopify store. And that's pretty much it. And then you can go ahead and honestly also prompt AI. I will say that the blog post writing is a little bit more complex, so I will do another video on that. It is, you don't want to just do one-click blog posts. They don't work. You need to continuously prompt AI in terms of, okay, write my introduction paragraph and then write my secondary paragraph with this header. So that's more in-depth and I won't go through that here. But your page title and description and your URL handle should be just whatever your primary keyword is. So blog posts are the same thing. You need your primary keyword and your secondary keywords. And that ends today's Shopify SEO tutorial. So if you like this and you want this free guide to follow along, please go ahead, visit my site, lannagurn.com, or click the link in the description below. And subscribe to me on YouTube so you don't miss that blog writing tutorial for Shopify that I'll publish next. Disclaimer, AI is great, but you need to know how to prompt it, and you also need some good SEO background. So go to my site if you want some help on really trying to figure out your Shopify strategy. Just book a call with me, fill out the form. We can chat via email, a call, and I'd be happy to assist you then.